When people are being critical about the things in your life, instead of being offended by it, consider it free game. Because avoiding negativity is not really the goal. Knowing what to do when faced with it is. When you allow criticism of others to determine your value, you are making a big mistake. Instead, use their criticism to increase your value. Because when you don't use people's criticism to fuel your own growth, those opinions can become limiting beliefs if you don't learn how to flip them. I'm going to share 3 ways you can benefit from the criticism of others. But before I start, I'm your host, Coach Ma'ai. If you haven't heard about Monk Mode, it is where you lock in and you focus on your goals and you stick to them on a daily basis. If you want to grab your Monk Mode hoodie and join me, this is the Monk Mode era, and you can get the link to the hoodie in the description. Number 1, listen with an alchemist's ear. If you don't know what an alchemist is, it is someone who is able to flip negative situations into positive, turn lead into gold, okay? So as soon as you start to feel like somebody is throwing shade, before you get offended, as soon as you feel that tinkle and that twinkle within your body that's like, oh, this person is playing in my face, switch that tingle to your alchemist ear. They're not gonna know what's going on. They're gonna think that what they sending you is shade to slow you down, hurt you, and bring you down a notch. But what they don't know is you have turned on your alchemist ear. And that is when you're gonna take all that boo-boo that they're sending your way and flip it right into gold, okay? And in order to do that, you need to actively activate until you become more where it's a consistent practice. Activate your alchemist ear, sir and ma'am. Then everything and every word that come out of their mouth is going to either be something that can elevate you or that is going directly in the garbage, okay? So use your alchemist ear. Remember that you can be an alchemist simply by your perspective and how you decide to define the things that are coming at you. See, taking on life and being approached with negativity, you still have control over a certain aspect of being met with negativity. And that part is how you define it, how you perceive it. So if you take a moment and switch that offensive energy that you get as soon as you hear a person and you kind of know your intuition is telling you that this is coming from a bad place or this is not positive feedback, this is kind of like negative, even if it's not constructive or constructive. Soon as you feel it, turn to the alchemist ear. You get to decide what you want to do with their feedback. And if your critic is an enemy, it's a double win when you use your alchemist ear. You know why? Because the mess they sent to hurt you, you getting ready to benefit from it. And while they're sending shots your way, you can laugh all the way to the bank, knowing that you use what they threw at you, a brick they threw to hurt you, you building up a house with it. Okay? Number 2, know yourself. Regardless of what people say, like India Ari said, regardless of what people say, how you feel about yourself is the most important. I forget which song that was, but basically, no matter what people are saying about you, what's most important is how you feel about you. Can I get an amen? How do you feel about yourself? And you can do that by doing the inner work and knowing yourself. Okay, so that would include doing weekly and monthly checkups on your own personal development journey. And when I say weekly, okay, we go to the grocery store weekly, you might go to the gym weekly, you do this monthly, you go to the dentist every 6 months, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you go get your bread and eggs every week. Okay, well, you also need to be on a weekly basis checking yourself, checking your temperature, checking your growth, looking at your wins. What did you learn? What are you grateful for? What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? And what direction are you going in life? And you do that by consistently working on personal development, consistently being in monk mode, knowing how to handle negativity, because you can't unlife life. Life is lifing. So the best thing you can do is practice how to take life. And instead of just taking it how people giving it, you can be picky and choosy and say, I see some shade. Alchemist ear, because I know myself. And when you know yourself, when that stuff is coming at you, some of it's going to be laughable. Because you like, ma'am, sir, my opinion of me is not your opinion of me. Your opinion of me is not my opinion of me. Okay? And you hit them with that. And the best way to know that is by doing the self-work. Let me introduce you to 100 Days of Self-Love Journal. This journal can help you along your personal development journey when it comes to those weekly, daily, and monthly assessments, because you need to have your goals understood, your weaknesses accepted, and your strengths celebrated. Okay? When you take the time to do the work and accept yourself and acknowledge yourself and plan your life and then be doing the daily steps, you're going to feel good about yourself. This is a planner and a journal. For example, if you have financial goals, you can set them, but then also on a daily basis, baby, you're going to be able to manage your daily moves toward your success and toward your goals. So when you're hit with criticism, baby, I'm doing daily work. What was said is not even hitting. Or perhaps you have done the assessment about this area in your life, and while they might be calling you broke, unless they're just completely not giving you any solutions, you could be like, oh, baby, I know I was broke, but I'm on a financial journey. I don't know what you're talking about. Or if it has something to do with your past mistakes and they're just trying to hold you to the old identity that you already done the work to flip and start to go in a different direction. When you hear criticism like that and you know yourself, you can laugh these people and these critics on out the door. Okay? Because you are self-aware. And using this journal can help you with that. I'll leave the link to the 100 Days of Self-Love, and you can join me in that self-love journey of doing the consistent shadow work, staying grateful, maintaining a level of self-love, maintaining a mindset that is going to support your next move, showing up for yourself, doing the little things and logging it through life is going to make you stand strong in front of your critics. And doing the day-to-day work with the 100 Day Self-Love Journal and Planner, or any type of planner, is going to help you to stand strong and to do the day-to-day work to keep you knowing yourself. Grab your copy of the 100 Days of Self-Love Journal and Planner. I'll leave the link to that in the description as well. Number 3 might throw you off, but listen, consider what they are saying. You need to detach all emotions from what they're saying and detach because you know yourself. You're listening with an alchemist's ear. So detach your emotions and hear them out. Now, if they're an enemy criticizing you and you are hearing them out, that's going to flabbergast them, because, baby, they was throwing bricks and shots anyway. And for you to be sitting there inquisitively, relaxedly, neutrally, just listening to the dirt. But what you're really doing is you're removing any desire for their validation. You're removing any desire for their approval. You're removing any idea of them having an authoritative role in your life. You're removing their authority altogether. And all you're doing is watching words come out of their mouth and seeing if any of it is of value in your personal development journey. Now, when you're committed to that and you can just be like, now, is anything she's saying even relevant? Is she accurate? You ain't even got to figure out why they're doing it. Because they could be hating. Nobody has time to be decoding whether you are genuine or evil. But you're another human being. So I'm going to give you the time of day, a good 2 minutes, to hear you with zero response, zero emotions. Long enough to see if there's anything up in there I want to decode and do something with. If you find that you don't see any value, anything coming out of somebody's mouth, immediately discard it, mute them while their mouth is moving, and throw it out energetically and head on out. And if you can't physically walk, energetically head on out, because you already decided there's nothing that my alchemist ear hears that is worth flipping. This is all evil. This is all useless. This is just not any value to me. You can energetically cut it off, mute it. Don't even let them, you can't have any interest in it once you see there's no value. Because that's when you get into self-sabotage, when you start entertaining stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you. So if you don't value it, throw it out. Physically, energetically, mentally, all of it. Get it out of here. But if what they're saying has some value, even if it was meant to hurt you, be strategic. Get into your chest bag, okay? And with that being said, let's do a quick recap. Number 1, remember to listen with your alchemist ear. Know yourself by doing your inner work. Get your copy of the 100 Days of Self-Love Daily Planner and Journal. Link in the description. And number 3, detach your emotions so that you can see whether or not you want to find value from the criticism. Remember, number 1, whatever you are, be a good one. And number 2, if God woke you up this morning, or if the universe woke you up this morning, if you are breathing, then that means you have the opportunity to make your life a movie, to overcome your challenges. And even if you have no support whatsoever, you have inner guidance. All you need to do is tap in. And that can be your gift back to God, is to make the best out of life. So don't miss out worrying. Just shift your focus right into solutions, okay? Get into monk mode, grab your monk mode hoodie, and watch this video, and I'll see you there.